Like I mentioned, you can do several things at the same time while this is happening. You can surf the internet. You can open up other folders to do things. You can even listen to some music if you want to. Your computer, most of the time, unless it's kind of old, is capable of handling many functions at the same time. This is called multitasking. I'm just going to close those windows now and just wait for this to finish copying over. If you click on the more details, it'll show you how many files are left to copy over. It's got 50 files left. If you get really bored, you can sit there and watch that, I suppose. Most of my life is spent watching this green bar go across the screen. Okay. Now you'll see we've made a copy of all of the folders that are in our computer. Did you see how fast I did that? Now if you make a point to save all of your documents, all of your music, all of your videos, and all of your pictures in these individual folders, in these libraries, it'll make it so much easier for you to back up your information from time to time. Unless you're a writer or you make a lot of changes to your documents on your computer, you probably don't need to back up a lot of files every day. You may only make a couple of changes each day. Maybe you don't make changes for a week. Only you can tell how often you'll need to back up your information. But typically, the rule of thumb is, whatever you don't want to lose, back it up. That's the rule of thumb. Whatever you don't want to lose, back it up. Now, once this backup is completed, we can close out this window up here. And we can close out our libraries window. And then we can unplug our flash drive. And that's all there is to it, to backing up the files on your computer. It's very simple. Now, some portable backup drives like the Toshiba that you can get over at Walmart and stuff like that, a lot of times those will have software on them that will back it up for you. In most cases, these back up all of your system, and that file can get pretty large all the time. So this is a real simple way to do it, just individual files that you need to copy over. Now, let's see if our computers are compatible to run Windows 8. So once you get your backup done, then you're going to want to do this portion to see if your computer can handle Windows 8. So now what you want to do is you want to open up Internet Explorer. That's the blue E. And then we're going to open up Microsoft.com. I have mine in my favorites bar up here. But you might have to type it in the address bar up here. Just type in Microsoft.com and hit enter, and it'll take you to this start screen. Let's go ahead and click on Products, Windows 8. What you're going to do, every computer has certain hardware in it and has certain software running it. And we need to find out if it can run Windows 8. Now, if you're running Windows 7 or Windows Vista, chances are real good that it's going to run Windows 8 just fine, because the requirements are about the same. But if you're running Windows XP, you need to run this compatibility check to make sure that your XP computer can run this. So what you'll do is you'll scroll down here to where it says download for $39.99. $39.99. I got to tell you, that's the cheapest operating system I think Microsoft has ever done. Go ahead and click Get Started. Then go ahead and click Download Pro for $39.99. Now you won't have to buy it at this point, okay? It's going to bring up the upgraded visor. Now when you click on this Download Pro for $39.99, you're going to be given the option to either run or save it. Go ahead and click Run. And it's going to bring up another box here. My Norton says that it's safe to run. Click Yes if it asks you to. And then at this point, it's going to open up the Windows compatibility screen here. It's running a check right now to see which of my programs can run on Windows 8 and which of them can't. It's also checking my hardware to make sure that my hardware inside of my computer is capable of running Windows 8. And like I say, if you're running Windows Vista or Windows 7, chances are real good that you're going to be able to run Windows 8. The requirements for those operating systems are about the same as Windows 8. Okay, once it's done checking, it's going to pop up a window and it's going to kind of give you a quick summary of what's going on. Okay, on this particular machine that I've run this Upgrade Advisor for Windows 8, it shows that 23 of my apps and devices are compatible. That's good. But it also shows me 3 items that I need to review before I do the upgrade. So what you do is you check on See Compatibility Details, and it's going to open up another window. Okay. Now these things tell me what I need to upgrade or change or even remove from my computer. I'm going to maximize this window so we can see it easier. Okay, so it says here, install an app to play DVDs. Now, your Windows Media Player will play DVDs, and we'll talk more about that later. But I'll also show you how to download Windows Media Center after you install Windows 8, and you should be able to get it for free. They're giving away product keys for free. I'll tell you more about that after we finish the upgrade. It also shows that Secure Boot isn't compatible with my PC. This is a part of my BIOS. When my computer boots up, I don't really have to worry about it. It wasn't working in Windows 7 and it doesn't need to work in Windows 8. Norton 360, it says I need to update it. Okay, and that I already knew. That's not a big deal, so there's nothing there. If you have hardware issues where your computer may not run Windows 8, it will say it right here under the For You to Review. If your memory is a little bit low, it's going to tell you you'll need to add memory. Now, I've seen Windows 8 run on 1 gig of RAM. I recommend 2. It'll also show all of the programs on my machine that are compatible, and you can see those. Now, if you want to print this or save it, this file, you can do so, or you can just close it. Okay? I don't really need to make any changes. My Norton I'll upgrade when I get there, so not a big deal. So on this particular machine, I can actually just close this report. I can also close this window up here. And now I can go ahead and continue with my Windows 8 upgrade. If you do find things in the items to review, you'll want to take care of those before moving on, just in case they need to be done. If you ever have any questions, you can always send me an email at scott@microscottpro.com, and I'll be more than happy to help you through it. Once you have completed the steps to backing up your files and checking your computer's compatibility, you're ready to move into installing Windows 8 onto your system. Go ahead and check out the next video that'll show you all of the steps to go through in order to get Windows 8 installed on your computer. Thank you for listening. This is Scott with microscottpro.com, wishing you happy computing.